If you think you know what you're doing with pot, this video is probably not for you. This video is for people who have never hit a single pot buster, or they have hit it only by luck. If you don't do pot buster, you're not gonna do pot buster. So if you do something like it's not going to work. So if we check the command list, it says that we can do it via half circle forward, but you can actually do a 360. This expands our options by a good chunk. This means that if I use the 360 input, there are actually so many more ways we can do pot buster. For the 360 input, we actually just need to hit the left, the bottom, the right, and the top. And so, since pressing up will make us jump up, my favorite is to just do a half circle like this, and then press up and P at the same time. So, we can do something like this. 360 inputs lay hit from both sides. So, if I want to grab someone on the right, I can do a 360 input. And if I want to, say, get the guy from the left, the exact same input gets the guy on the left. If I make Kai here ride lightning, we could actually just block it, and because of how the 360 works, we can get up and we can do it much faster as we are blocking, which is blocking left, and then later we can just do this. We probably should want one 360, and of course you still want to do your normal version. So how we practice this is think of it as two motions. So one is the half circle, one is the half circle, and then the next one is either, say, forward P, or P like this, or we do something like up P, which is the 360 version. 1, 2. And so if we do it faster, we can get it out. We don't need to do one super quickly, but 1 to 2 has to be pretty quick. So let's see if I can make one a little bit slower for you guys. That's a little bit too slow. Yeah, something like that. It's actually not as fast as you'd think it needs to be. So on the other example, let's say you want to do this 360, which is like this. We do it by spinning the half circle, then pressing up P. So, okay, I did it way too fast. Let me do 1, 2. See how much time I get with that? So 1, 2. Since you only need to hit the 4 points, technically because I'm using leverless, or you can use keyboard, you just need to hit all these points and you should be fine. I'm not sure if you're using like stick, it'll be easier to just spin the thing. So get these down and you're pretty much good to go. If you want to make sure that you have enough speed, you can use the Roman cancel. So if I do a Roman cancel like this, you'll see a little timer pops up. I think that if you can hit it before the clock runs out, you are good to go. You now have the ability to hit a pot buster, but how do you like actually hit it in a real match? If Potemkin's here, pot buster doesn't really hit. So we need to approach. How to approach? Hammerfall. But let's say we have no ability to do this. Fine. Probably not fine, but we can talk about that issue later. How do we approach? The best way to approach, jump. So you jump, and then when you are in the air, remember to block the entire way as you are in the air. That's it. Just jump, and then jump, and then jump again. Just do that over and over again. Don't think it's not that complicated. Now that we have arrived, what do we do? It's obvious. Jump. Again. So, okay, I'm pretty sure there are better ways to attack. However, for our purposes, because we just want to hit the easiest pot buster ever, jump. Again, just so you know, Potemkin has a lot of great aerial attacks that we can do. We won't be using JP that much because this one is more like an air-to-air, and we don't need this one. Poor Kai here is not blocking, so that's a big mistake, because now we just kind of remember that Potemkin has 2 jumps, so you can actually jump pretty dang high. Let's say the guy tries to do an anti-air. Well, we can mess up the timing by jumping again. If you just so happen to not press a button, you can also just speed out reversals. Sometimes you may get juicy counter hits. It may look pretty stupid, and honestly it kinda is, but this works a little bit too well. People who don't know how to deal with it kinda get punched a whole lot. Once we have annoyed him enough, they're going to deploy a strategy known as blocking, where they block our attacks. If you're lucky, you may even see this blue bubble. This blue bubble stands for please grab me, please grab me, please grab me now. And what is our way to grab? Jump. Again. So, we just attack, 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 and then we do Pop Buster. You can practice this by just jumping straight up, and then once you jumped up, you just don't press any buttons. Then, as you're falling down, do the half circle. Once you've done the half circle, you can land and then press the final dash bit, say forward, for example. So jump up, 1, and then 2. So up, 1, 2. Let's try to do it here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can do it, I believe, slower. So 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, and then we get a scoop. With these simple methods, you can actually make your opponent have a really hard time. You just keep on doing random attacks until one time you just choose not to. You can do it earlier or later or earlier. The basic idea being that we have basically 2 options. We can do strike, which is this, or we can do throw, which is the Potemkin Buster. After we do JS, which is this move, we can then just do Pop Buster right after the JS. So we can do something like this. It is hard to tell between whether you want to strike or you're going to throw. So if we're going to do this, we'll have a strike variation like this. This is tick throw. They call it tick throw because you have like a tick and then you do a throw. So you can do, say, 5k into 2D, or you can do 5k into Pop Buster. So you'll slowly face better and better opponents, and these opponents will probably be able to stop you from jumping if you jump like all the goddamn time, right? But don't worry, because how we got here is through strike throw. So we strike, or we do throw. And that's it. And lucky for us, strike throw exists like everywhere. So we can do a close slash into more attacks, like strike, or we can do strike into throw, right? So there's always a place where you can do your strike throw mix, where you can do strike, or you can do throw. I've just talked about the easiest way to do it, probably. So hopefully you can watch this video and get a few nice Pop Busters of your own, and then later have the confidence to find more ways to make this work for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, guys.